My newsmaker today has spent nearly 4 months on the road and covered almost 1500 kilometers. We're on the side of a road in the middle of the Guntur district, in the middle of Jagan Reddy's Padyatra, under a little hutment with people, his supporters, all around us, to talk about the one issue that could be a make or break issue in Andhra Pradesh, but also will have a direct impact on national politics. Jagan Reddy's persistent pressure for a special status for Andhra Pradesh has triggered Babu Naidu, the Chief Minister, into pulling out his ministers from the central cabinet. But how far will Babu go? And what will be Jagan Reddy's next steps vis-a-vis the BJP, if at all? Those are the questions that we're going to put to Mr. Jagan Reddy. Let me start by asking you to talk a little bit about why this Padyatra started. This is very much what your father used to do, YSR. YSR was known for politics through Padyatras. Here we are on the side of a road, literally under a little hut. Why this Padyatra?
Basically, this Padyatra is about giving hope to the people who today stand betrayed. In fact, all through this journey, you would find people, farmers, who complain about the governance, what is taking place in this state, where people feel betrayed. The poll promises made by Babu Naidu are primarily one of the main reasons why these people say they are betrayed. He said he will waive the entire farming community loans of 87,612 crores, knowing very well that that is not possible to do so. And then he asked them not to pay up. So that had a cyclical effect. Today farmers, because Babu Naidu asked them not to pay up, these people did not pay. And Babu Naidu, out of 87,612 crores, his disbursement to the farmers, was not even a 4,000 crore or 3,500 crores per annum. What actually did not even cover up for their interest costs. Earlier, these people were getting prompt payment interest subvention. Now, thanks to Babu Naidu, these people are no longer getting. These people are now forced to pay up huge interest rates to the banks. A lot of them are defaulters. You have the entire the gold kept in the banks coming up for auctions. Last 4 years, the farmers have also been deprived of the minimum rates also for the produce. Today, for the last 4 years, the entire farming community is under severe stress. Whatever they produce, they are not able to sell at good remunerative rates. Thanks to Babu Naidu, the banking community has stopped support to them in the way they used to give. Last 4 years, if you were to recall, the loans being given to the farmers are always less than the targets, because these people are not in a position to take. Last 4 years, if you were to see, the sown area every year is depleting. If you were to see from when Babu Naidu came into governance in 2013-14, if you were to compare it with that period, every year 14-15, 15-16, 16-17, even 17-18, every year you've seen sown area being reduced. So the farmers are in severe distress. The self-help group people, the women, what's actually more than 90 lakh women are involved in the self-help groups. These people who are also getting loans.
So what are the key issues of this Padyatra?
That's what I mean saying, ma'am. It's Babu Naidu's false promises. He lied through his nose. He's lied through his teeth, in fact. The entire electioneering, whatever he did, was based on lies. Now people are literally reeling under his lies, his pressure from his lies.
Like, give an example.
Like as I said I spoke about farmers. This man said he will waive off 87,612 crores of farming community loans. And what he actually did in the process is give 3,500 or 4,000 crores per annum, what actually is not even sufficient to meet their interest requirements. And in the process, he also, in the process, he backstabbed farmers in the way that these farmers were actually getting interest-free loans.
Earlier.
Because the state governments were always giving that interest subvention. Thanks to this man, he stopped that. And he cheated farmers, saying that he will waive 87,612 crores. And out of that, he gave 3,500 crores per annum. So literally the farming community is under stress. The sown area has actually come down every year since he's taken charge as the chief minister. From, if you compare it to 2013-14, every year you've seen the sown area coming down. The banks have always lended less than the target in these 4 years. So the farming communities and the produce also, whatever these people produce, the farming community produces, they're not able to sell. The rates have crashed.
So for you, the agrarian distress and the farmers' distress is probably the single largest issue, in a way.
Not only agrarian distress, but every community. You name farmers, you name the workforce, that is the women who are actually the key members in self-help groups. These people's loans, he said he will waive. And literally these people were getting interest at 0%. Thanks to this man, no waiver took place, and these people now are compelled to pay penalty interest, like how the farmers are paying. So they are under distress. The NREGA scheme is totally a failure, where the scheme is being used to actually loot money rather than to provide employment to these workforce.
Right.
Really, these students today, the children of our state, they do not know where to go for a job. Anybody who passes out with a degree looks for a job.
Right.
And today, thanks to Hyderabad being removed from Andhra Pradesh, that today none of them have jobs. Added to this, the Chandrababu Naidu builds another story, giving a wrong impression
That
to the entire country that 20 lakh crores of investment has come, 40 lakh jobs have come.
you're saying that's a lie.
Whereas it is totally a lie. In fact, so much so that whatever Chandrababu Naidu is doing is actually, in a cinema, a villain would probably be doing better than what Chandrababu Naidu.
So you're calling the chief minister a villain?
Villain. Look at his GSDP figures. 12% growth rate is what he shows. The country's growth rate is 6.5–7%.
So you have just called Chandrababu a liar and a villain?
Yes, absolutely. Both
And you stand by those words?
Yes.
And you're saying the statistics he's putting in the public domain are lies?
Lies. In fact, 12%.
How can you prove that?
That's what I'm saying. 12% GSDP growth rate. Country is growing at 6.5–7%.
Yeah.
America probably is growing at 3%. Or probably Europe is growing at probably 2.5–3%. Whereas you have our state growing at 12% GSDP.
You've spoken about the hit to Andhra Pradesh because of the bifurcation of the state and Hyderabad going with Telangana. And obviously you have made the special status for Andhra Pradesh a key issue. Now, Chandrababu Naidu seems to be going head to head with you, competing politically on that issue, because he has pulled out his ministers from the government.
See, basically, last 4 years what happened is something what one should not forget, Barkha. The reason being, see, these people before the elections,
Yeah.
special category status was promised to us on the floor of the parliament by the ruling party as well as the
By Dr. Manmohan Singh, I remember in that.
as well as the opposition parties.
At that time was
also-
the BJP. Yeah.
As well as the opposition parties also,
Yeah.
who supported the move, and they said, in fact, they went ahead one step ahead, and they said they'll give 10 years special category status.
Yeah.
And then, as a precondition to the breakup, they said they will give special category status. And that word was literally put forth in BJP manifesto. That word was carried on in the entire election campaign of Telugu Desam Party as well as BJP. In fact, Narendra Modi ji himself also in Tirupati also promised special category status for Andhra Pradesh. So this entire process was, the special category status would be given before the elections. And after the elections took place, there's a huge U-turn what took place. And Chandrababu Naidu was supposed to actually pursue with this.
Yeah. But he says he's pulled out his ministers.
That's what I'm saying. Who should have actually pursued with this did not do so.
What should he have done?
That's what I'm trying to say. See, to begin with, what actually happened on March 2nd, 2014, that is in the Congress regime, after the bifurcation, the cabinet met and then the cabinet approved special category status on March 2nd, 2014.
Can you hold this up for what you're showing us? Yeah.
On March 2nd, 2014, the cabinet met and cabinet approved special category status, and they had given orders to the planning commission to implement special category status.
Right.
This is what it says. The cabinet further decided the planning commission to implement the decision to grant special category status for a period of 5 years to the successor state of Andhra Pradesh comprising 13 districts. This is what happened. So what was Chandrababu Naidu doing? Because the planning commission was alive till 31st December 2014. This only
After that, the Niti
yeah, only after that the planning commission was, it was only after that the planning commission was barred. Till then it was alive. So what was Chandrababu Naidu doing for the entire 7 months when he came to power in June? The planning commission was there available till 31st December 2014. Narendra Modi ji was the Prime Minister.
Right.
All what had to be done was the planning commission had to implement a cabinet order. But what was Chandrababu Naidu doing all the while? Was he sleeping? Was he dozing? What was he doing? Then the matter did not stop there. Then it went one step further. Then Chandrababu Naidu on 2016 September 8th, Arun Jaitley ji went one step further and exactly made the same statement on the midnight, if you were to recall the tapes, what will probably be available with NDTV also, September 8th, 2016. So around about 11 o'clock or so, he gave a press meet. And he's declared special assistance to Andhra Pradesh in lieu of special category status. And he said, in lieu of special
And he said he's made the
whatever.
argument that the 14th Finance Commission is a technical thing.
Yeah.
So we'll give special assistance, not special status.
That's what he said.
Yes.
And when he said that, these are the exact same words what are repeated by Arun Jaitley ji today.
Yes.
When Arun Jaitley ji said those words on September 8th, 2016,
Yes.
what was Chandrababu Naidu doing? Could he have not spoken and opened up his mouth and said, why do you speak about 14th Finance Commission when the matter is not connected to 14th Finance Commission? 14th Finance Commission's recommendations come into play from 1st April 2015. 1st April 2015 to 2020 is 30th March 2020 is what their recommendations come into play. Why couldn't Chandrababu Naidu even say that why are you connecting this issue to the 14th Finance Commission when this decision by the cabinet was already made on 2nd March 2014 when 14th Finance Commission never even recommended anything. It was during the 13th Finance Commission's regime.
So you're saying Chandrababu should have spoken a lot earlier?
Yeah, and moreover, 14th Finance Commission did not even say whatever Arun Jaitley ji has spoken. In fact, this is a letter written by 14th Finance Commission member. Abhijit Sen is the member of the 14th Finance Commission.
Yeah.
In fact, 14th Finance Commission, BJP does not have any say because the 14th Finance Commission was appointed by the Congress then.
Yeah.
Any commission comes into play 1.5 years before the recommendations actually, or 2 years probably, 1.5, 2 years before the recommendations actually come into play. So this being the case, 14th Finance Commission's members also, the chairman was also not appointed by BJP. So why would 14th Finance Commission go against the very same Congress government what actually approved in the cabinet this decision to implement?
Other members I've seen have argued that none of what they have said is binding on the...
And this is a letter written by Abhijit Sen, the member of the 14th Finance Commission. He's in fact put forth this in writing. You know what he said? The 14th Finance Commission did not recommend abolition of special category status.
Yeah.
Exactly this. Then why couldn't Chandrababu Naidu, when Arun Jaitley ji spoke about these words on September 8th, 2016, why didn't Chandrababu Naidu show this letter written by 14th Finance Commission member and say 14th Finance Commission member has put forth this in writing? So 14th Finance Commission did not recommend so. And moreover, 14th Finance Commission does not have the prerogative to get into this area. This is while 13th Finance Commission was in existence itself, the decision was already made.
So why do you think he has pulled out his ministers now?
That's exactly.
Why do you think so?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. So he did not. So as I've been speaking, Barkha, different times when Chandrababu Naidu could have protested and yet he did not do so.
Yeah.
One, I told you that was he sleeping for 7 months while Planning Commission was in existence is one thing. Second is reference what I had given you, that had this decision of Chandrababu Naidu to resign, to pull back his ministers, had he done on September 8th, 2016, when Arun Jaitley ji gave this statement citing these reasons what I today spoke about, on that particular day, we would have gotten the special category status by now, because YSRCP was always for special category status. In fact, by then we've already done dharnas, by then we've already fasted, by then we've already moved into people with special category status demand, so much so that he would have had the entire 25 MPs with him rally behind him had he spoken these words then on that particular day.
But hasn't it become a kind of political competition?
No, one second.
A competition between you and
one second, Barkha. So now what happened? He did not react then.
Yeah.
Then he went one step further in Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah.
Literally people like us who were actually going ahead and demanding special category status, Chandrababu Naidu was literally the person stopping us.
How?
Literally, when we called for bunds, he used to push the APSRTC, the buses.
To stop you.
Buses actually move. Chief Minister, he doesn't want the band to click. So he used to actually, pressurize the APSRTC to move the buses. And then we were conducting these protests on conducting Yoberis. I used to literally go meet students in every district. Literally, Chandrababu Naidu made press statements, open statements. If students attend these meetings, PD acts would be invoked. That kind of threats were made. And literally in the floor of the house, Chandrababu Naidu on September 8, 2016, after Arun Jaitley made these statements, he literally thanked Arun Jaitley for whatever he's done. And in the assembly, he made a resolution. He passed a resolution.
But let me ask.
One second, let me just complete. He went to Arun Jaitley, he greeted him, he thanked him and he came back.
My question is on this only.
No.
What is your objection to special assistance as opposed to special status? Because according to Arun Jaitley, you are getting the same the state is getting the same amount of money. So why does the nomenclature matter? Why does it matter to you whether it's called special assistance or special category?
I'll just let you know, Barkha. Before I just go there, let me just complete. So these 4 years, whatever Chandrababu Naidu has been doing, is trying to stop special category status from coming into existence.
You're saying he's actually actively trying to stop it?
Yeah, he's actually trying to actively stop. The reason being, as I've said, he was sleeping when Planning Commission spoke about that. When Planning Commission was to implement that, he was sleeping, he was dozing. And now with 2016, he was supposed to have reacted, then he did not react. Then every dharna, every bandh, every program, what took place in order to, in support of special category status were literally thwarted by Chandrababu Naidu. I mean, literally, he tried to suppress this movement, and literally on the floor of the house also, the statements what he made, ridiculing special category status, are also all these examples.
But Chandrababu you're right, was initially willing to accept the special assistance instead of the special status, which is what you pointed out. I am asking you, what is the difference between the two?
I'll tell you the difference.
In real terms, is it?
I'll tell you the
People will say, people outside Andhra will say.
No, I'll tell you the difference.
Isn't it just a name?
No, I'll just tell you the difference. See, what special category status offers, the most important thing what special category status offers, okay, forget about these other aspects, what little bit of money, giving, going, that just set aside those factors aside for just a movement, just a movement. And what this literally offers is, only special category states have special industrial incentives. These special industrial incentives are 100% income tax exemption, 100% GST exemption, 100% power rebate. So much so, this is the GST Act.
Right.
GST Act 279A4, 279A4 says, the goods and service taxes Service Tax Council shall make recommendations to the Union and the states on, the G says, special provisions with respect to special category states. So you have these kind of special incentives, industrial incentives, like 100% income tax exemption, 100% GST exemption, power rebate. If these kind of industrial incentives are given to special category states, these, mind you, these kind of special...
And you don't think special assistance can compensate you in the same way?
No, 1 second, Barkha, this is very important, because the reason is, these kind of industrial incentives are given only to special category states. See, our state today does not have hospitals. Our state today does not have good hotels. Our state does not have factories coming up, industries coming up. No software is going to come here because of shortage of infrastructure. What would actually motivate these people to come to our state when compared to the infrastructure already available in Hyderabad or Bangalore or Chennai? The distinct factor, what would separate our state from these advanced states, I would say, is these industrial incentives. If I were to give you 100% IT exemption, 100% GST exemption on power rebate, you would be more than willing to come to my state and put up a hotel or put up a hospital or put up a factory.
So now in this fluid situation, as you said, Babu...
This is not there in special assistance, mind you.
Okay. Earlier, you were on record as saying that if Prime Minister Modi or the central government gives a special category, I have no problems allying with BJP. 1. 2, you also supported their nominee for president and vice president. So it is not as if you have also through this time period not shown some support for the Modi government.
Barkha, it's very important to note here that we have never supported Modi government on every issue.
But the presidential nominee, the vice presidential nominee...
Let me just complete. Our support to Modi government has always been selective. We did not support Modi government on Land Acquisition Act. We opposed BJP government on Land Acquisition Act. Such our situation, our stand towards BJP has always been very selectively supporting them on issues, on issue-based support. As far as special category status is concerned, we've always fought for this cause right from day one. And this cause is so very important to us because our children today do not know where to go for a job. And only with these special industrial incentives, what actually come along with only special category status will help people come to our state to build hotels, to build hospitals, to build factories. And that alone would give jobs to our children.
But given the position the BJP has taken currently,
See,
will it be fair to say that before the next election you cannot
we are very clear.
Ally with the BJP?
See, as far as we are concerned, we are very clear.
That?
We are very clear. See, as far as our state is concerned, none of the national parties play any role. We don't need any national party to help us win votes here. We don't need Congress, we don't need BJP, we don't need any national party. As far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, it's only Telugu Desam and YSRCP. These are the only two regional parties what play a role here in this particular state. So we don't need them. We don't need anybody. But we need them for only one particular reason.
Which is special.
Which is special category status. So we're just saying, anybody, we are not bothered about who it is. You sign the special category status today, we will support.
Could that be the Congress?
Anything. I
asked you for a reason.
I said any party. I said BJP, Congress, any.
But the Congress and you had a very bitter fallout.
See.
It is well documented. You have blamed the Congress for showing vendetta by filing corruption cases against you, and I'll ask you about that separately. But it is well recorded, your fallout with Sonia Gandhi. Are you saying that tomorrow hypothetically, if there was a opposition bloc where the Congress was there and they again promised special status, you could go back into the Congress fold?
See, we do not want to trust anybody on promises, Barkha. We are sick and tired of this. People have promised, people have not delivered. Today we want somebody to give. If they give, we are there.
Doesn't matter who?
Doesn't matter who they are.
Can be Mr. Modi, can be Sonia Gandhi, can be Rahul Gandhi, can be
anybody.
Anyone.
Give, we are there. We don't want any promises now. We are sick and tired. Everybody promises and everybody backstabs us. We are sick and tired of this. Including our own Chief Minister, also one falling prey to being part of this conspiracy. That being our That's how unfortunate we are.
Do you think he was unintentionally part of the conspiracy or he was deliberately? What is your allegation?
See, what is the point in having a chief minister who does not want to speak out when it matters? See, we are representatives of 5 crore people. 5 crore people are looking at us. They have trusted us, given us the mandate, put us in these positions, what we are in. And what are we doing to fulfill their aspirations? If you're supposed to, you being the chief minister, supposed to voice out when you're supposed to, when the voice needs to be heard. And when the voice was supposed to be heard on September 8th, 2016,
he was quiet.
What were you doing? And when the file was pending in Planning Commission, what were you doing?
Are you actually going to make your MPs resign on the 6th of April? Absolutely. Or is that an empty threat or a negotiating chip?
There is. The only thing what can stop is they signing the special category status before that.
What do you achieve by pulling your MPs out from Parliament? Babu Naidu makes a point that Andhra should not lose its voice in Parliament.
Where is the Parliament after the budget session what ends on April 6th? Where is the Parliament now? After that, it's only going to be probably a little bit of monsoon, little bit of December, and then elections. So where is that Parliament that we speak about? And that very Parliament, 4 years, 4 budgets, the final budget is also presented. 4 years are over, and if we do not protest now, when do we protest? We've been protesting in every form, whatever we can, in these 4 years, and now it has reached a climax. And if this climax is not to be addressed now, so when does the climax take place?
You met with Prime Minister Modi twice. How would you describe your relationship with him?
See, basically, when I met him, he was chivalrous. When I met him, he sounded very proactive. He said, when we spoke about special category status, he was not abruptly
Dismissive about it.
He never said he never said anything negative about it.
There is talk that if you don't do a pre-poll, you could do a post-poll alliance. That there could be something that could happen between BJP
my stand is very
and Jagan
clear.
Reddy if Mr. Naidu vacates that space.
See, my stand is very clear now. You sign special category status, we are there with you.
What did you make of the fact that Rahul Gandhi went and stood with the protesting MPs in Parliament and that Sonia Gandhi spoke to some of the TDP MPs, TDP ministers after they resigned? How do you read this development?
There's nothing much to be read. If at all they want to align with Chandrababu Naidu, they're always welcome to do so. I'm not bothered whether somebody is aligning with somebody there. We fought against everybody when everybody was together. And now, what difference does it make? It makes no difference to us. And in fact, they will lose out because thanks to Chandrababu Naidu's anti-incumbency. So that's a different story altogether. But our primary concern is just one thing. We are not bothered who aligns with whom. Our primary concern is just one thing. I'm in fact appealing to the entire state. Let's not trust anybody. The 25 MPs give me the entire 25 MPs in one lot. I'm appealing to the entire state.
That everybody resign, irrespective.
In fact, forget about this resignation part, what I already spoke about. My appeal to the entire state is let's not trust anybody furthermore than what we've already done. The entire 25 MPs, let it be on YSRCP. We will support anybody who signs special category status. We are not wanting to be betrayed any further. As far as this act of resignation and no confidence motion is concerned, we are requesting Chandrababu Naidu. We are saying you become a part of the no confidence motion. Let the entire 25 MPs be showcased as one block. Let this country debate over it.
Now,
as to why the entire state is debating. As you spoke earlier some time before, you said that Chandrababu Naidu coming to this common cause.
Yeah.
In fact, I welcome that. If at all he is sincere, he should come furthermore. Let the entire 25 MPs come on one block and move the no confidence motion. If he is willing to move, I'll support. If I'm willing, if he wants me to move,
if he moves it, you will support
I will
it.
support.
Because one of the statements he made is that I'm not going to support a no confidence motion because Jagan Mohan Reddy is an economic offender. You must have seen that statement.
See,
right?
he himself is an economic offender more than anybody else, caught audio taped and videotaped, red-handed, distributing black money.
Can you prove that?
How it is already proven? It's already there on your own
No, but in
video
terms
record.
of the cases, in terms of a
Absolutely.
formal complaint, in terms of
Absolutely.
formal charges, where are those charges?
Absolutely, because that's what that's about. That's exactly what I'm trying to.
Can you elaborate on this allegation?
See, one second, Barkha. Let me, because we're just diverting topics too quickly. Let me just finish with this particular part. Then I'll also come back to that. See, all what I'm saying is, the entire 25 MPs should stand on one block.
Okay.
Be it no confidence motion. They are willing to do it. I'm willing to support. I do it. If they ask me to do it, I will do it. Either which way, I'd given a date on 21st. With or without their support, I will move.
Okay.
If they let them come forward and support it, entire 25 MPs standing on one platform. Literally, then the country would start debating on this particular topic of special category status.
Okay.
Otherwise, the parliament
So
has
if
got
Chandrababu Naidu
it
moves the
doesn't.
motion, you will support it. It doesn't have to be your motion.
Absolutely,
Okay.
and I'm not
So
stopping.
you're
there.
daring him to move it.
And I'm not even stopping there. I'm also saying, I'm also requesting him that on April 6th, the last day of budget session, let the entire 25 MPs stand on one platform and tender resignations. Then the whole country would talk about it. Why is it that entire 25 MPs of Andhra Pradesh have gone ahead and resigned? That kind of debate would ensure special category status to come to our state. That would mount pressure on the central to yield. This is what I'm talking about. This is not happening.
Okay. Now answer my second question. How do you deal with your ongoing cases on this Padyatra? How much of a political liability is it for you when Chandrababu Naidu says, I will not respond to a motion, Mr. Reddy is an economic offender? The Congress previously, it was your father's party that actually opened these cases. So you can't even blame Chandrababu for it.
See, as far as economic offences are concerned, you tell me, will it happen in any other country or any other state also? I would ask you, Barkha. A chief minister is caught red-handed, audio taped and videotaped, on record, distributing black money, unaccounted for money. If it's any other government employee caught with black money, caught with corrupt money, what do? You immediately sack him off his job, you send him to jail. That's what any other government employee would have to face. Am I right? But a chief minister caught audio taped and videotaped, recorded, audio taped, videotaped, forensic reports certifying that it is Chandrababu Naidu. Audio taped, videotaped, and yet this man goes scot-free. Isn't it because he's in the ruling coalition with BJP that this is happening?
So you're saying the BJP has protected, the central government has protected Chandrababu
Absolutely.
Naidu?
Had it been any opposition chief minister caught whatever Chandrababu Naidu has done, that man would have been disqualified, sacked, sent to prison. Because it is NDA because he's into which he's a part of it, that he's actually
Getting
away with scot-free with that kind of blatant exposure of black money. Moreover, look at our state. Look at the way he's buying MLAs. Look at the way he's bought MPs, giving each of them 20 crores, 30 crore rupees, giving some of the ministerial berths right in front of the media, right in the glare of the entire state watching, entire country is watching. People don't even question 20 crores, 30 crores to each MLA he is distributing. Where is he getting this kind of black money? No questions are asked.
So you're saying this protection is coming from the center?
Absolutely. Then where else is this protection coming from? See, this kind of money is literally displayed. Corrupt money is being displayed.
What about the charges
And one second, let me just complete. And moreover, look at the charges on him. Look at the cases on him. Today you order for a CBI inquiry on him. This man would be caught red-handed on every item and every corrupt charges. Today in Andhra Pradesh, you have corruption from sand to mud to power purchases to coal purchases to contractors. Contractors being given on nomination basis works are being given at inflated rates. Lands are being distributed to whomsoever he wants at whatever rates he wants. Everything is a scam in Andhra Pradesh, and everybody knows about it.
How do you see the cases against you that started in the Congress time?
See, as far as my cases are concerned, Barkha, the most important thing is, who are the petitioners in my case? That's the first question what I would want you to ask yourself before this question could even be shot. See, the petitioners in my case are none other than Congress people who are Shankar Rao, who was later made a minister also in Congress regime, and Ashok Gajpati Raju and Aram Naidu, who were Chandrababu Naidu's leaders, who Ashok Gajpati Raju was also a central minister till yesterday. These are the petitioners in my case. And when were these cases filed? Not when my father was alive, not when I was in Congress party. It was only after I left the Congress party that Congress and Telugu Desam party, they came together and they filed these cases on me. So this is nothing but political vendetta what is happening, and people of our state clearly know that.
Do you feel betrayed by the Gandhis?
In fact, nobody would actually do this kind of a thing to somebody who served them loyally for that many years till his death. I think you would not even do this to your enemy. Yet Congress stooped down to a level where that party should not have stooped down to. But I leave it to God to judge between whatever they have done and what they should not have been, what they should not have done.
Who is a bigger enemy for you, the Congress, given your personal betrayal, or the BJP?
See, basically, all these things are beyond me now. See,
have you met with Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi after what happened with you after the death of your father?
After the death of my father, after I left the Congress party,
no contact.
We never
and they haven't tried to reach out?
We never met.
And what about the BJP? Have they tried to reach out?
Nobody reaches out now, man. There's nothing like reaching out. There are no elections now in the Congress.
Well, they're just 1 year away. It's not so far.
So why would BJP reach out? Why would Congress reach out? Why would any other party reach out to me?
But you said
I'm not that big a leader.
No, but you
also.
said the Congress, they would not even do what they did to me, to their enemy.
Absolutely.
So there is obviously a lot of anger with the Gandhi family or with the party in general.
See, emotions apart. When it comes to the state, when it comes to special category status, I would set the emotions apart. Because my state comes first, special category status comes first, my emotions come later.
Okay. Last question. Where do you see the battle for this special status going?
See, if Chandrababu Naidu comes in our favor and supports no confidence motion, all the 25 MPs literally stand up and support this motion. They move, I support, doesn't make a difference. Or I move, they support, doesn't make a difference. The entire 25 MPs should stand up and say, we want special category status, and since you're not delivering, so we're moving the special no confidence motion. And the entire country would debate upon it. And even after the no confidence motion, if the results don't come out well, then on the last day of the parliament session, on April 6th, I have my MPs resign. I want the entire 25 MPs from my state, that is entire Chandrababu Naidu's party MPs also, to come and join and tender resignations. That would start a debate. That would engage a debate at a national level as to why the entire state MPs have resigned, why the entire state MPs have passed no confidence motion. What was it that in the parliament, what was promised to them, and why special category status is so dear to them? Has this special assistance, what they earlier spoke about, is it on par with special category status? Does this special assistance include the 100% IT exemptions, the 100% GST exemptions, the 100% the power rebates, what are actually part of the special category status?
Yeah.
What are given to only those states what have special category status as special industrial incentives? Are these industrial incentives, these special industrial incentives, are they part of special assistance? And if they are not so, then how can they be on par, the same? So they are not on par, they are not the same. So this would kindle a debate. And where do our children go for jobs? It will take 60 years for us to build Hyderabad. It would take 60 years to come up with anywhere close to Hyderabad, Bangalore or Chennai. We will not even last. Our children, where do they go for jobs? This debate would happen if all the 25 MPs resign, if all the 25 MPs stand on one platform and say, since you're not delivering, we're passing the no confidence motion. If this happens, we would have a result come through very quickly, because Congress has already yielded. Congress has already said If they come to power, they're
will
promising
give
that they will give.
Yeah.
The only thing is I don't see Congress coming into power. What's a distant reality. That's the only thing probably what is holding us, what is holding anybody back.
Yeah.
But now that BJP is in power, our sincere aspiration, our sincere hope, our sincere request to Narendra Modi ji is, please honor the commitment what has been made in the parliament, the commitment what has been made sincerely by you,
Yeah.
even in Tirupati, your manifesto, whatever you've made, on the floor of the parliament, whatever was spoken, because you say the parliament is a temple of modern democracy. So that very temple, what we speak of as modern democracy, gave a word. And today, if that word is not honored, then people will lose hope on democracy. People will not know whom to trust.
Okay. Well, I think Andhra Pradesh has often changed the course of national politics. It looks to me that that is happening again. Jagan Reddy, pleasure talking to you.